to you all and welcome to Car Question. Did you know that Honda sold more than 35 million units of the Honda Civic worldwide? That's a lot of car. Back in 1993, my old school days, if you own a Honda Civic SE hatchback manual, please, you were the king of the school and you can get all the girls that you want. In 2016, the Honda Civic has been completely redesigned from its architecture to its mechanical components. It's even more spacious and more equipped than ever right now inside. Will it still be a good car that's going to remind me of my old school days? That's what we're going to see this week at Car Question. All right, let's look at the exterior of our Honda Civic Sedan, and we have the Touring Edition. So it's the fully equipped version that you can have of the Civic. And look at the front end, how a nice design they've made. It's quite dynamic. When you look at the car, Honda has made an aggressive move when it comes to styling. You've got a nice line of chrome starting right here over the headlights. You've got that big Honda logo going all the way up here, and you can see right there the curve that you have. It's kind of a place where you can go deep, and I love the styling that they've done with the car. The only thing that I'm not sure that I like with the color white, as you can see, all the lines are quite apparent. When you look at the hood, you can clearly see all those cuts, and sometimes the gap is a little bit small there, and you can see it grows wider up to this part right here. Fog lights that we have right now with our car, not bad, but they're halogen. They should have used some LED, just like here in the headlights. So you've got your daytime running lights, and you're gonna have your blinker right on top of here, and you can see the Acura inspiration of the headlights with all the lights that you can find inside, all the light bulbs. Nice line on the hood. I love also, look at the windshield, how it's flat. You know, you look at those sections, it's completely flat from all the top here to the bottom. And you can see also the wipers. By the way, the wipers and the bumper, if you had it impact with somebody walking on the road, it's going to simply deform and it's going to absorb that impact. So right now on top, you can see also all the Honda sensor worn on top. You've got an equipment right now with the roof. You've got the little shark fin antenna, and look at the line on the side. Once again, a nice line. Honda made something pretty aggressive, pretty dynamic. I think that's the word. Do you like it? Feel free to comment if you like it. So you've got a nice line starting right here after the headlight, and look at the mirror. You're going to tell me that the right mirror is quite different when you look at it from the left mirror. It's a little bit bigger. It's normal. Look at that on the side. You've got the side camera, and I love this camera. You can turn it on anytime you want and clearly see what's in your blind spot. So, nice touches of chrome, nice design of the blinker on the side. So you've got chrome going all the way up here to the hand. Chrome handle, who comes with our touring model. You're gonna have another line. Down here, which is going to go up to the rear wheels, and you're going to see that turbo inscription because we've got the 1.5 turbo engine in this car. So the wheels, 17 inches wheels and tires, 250 17. We're using a Firestone FT 140, so these tires are going to be made for fuel efficiency. Don't expect a lot of performance out of these tires. I love the color of the rim, and the other thing that I'm not impressed right now is the size of the brake. Look how small they look when you look through the wheels, and if you think it's better in front, it's not that big, so it's quite small, but still, it's a good performer when you're going to brake. When you look at the rear of the car, that's another unique part that they did with the design of the Honda Civic. I love those lights. Lights in C, meaning probably Civic or something like that. You can clearly see some use of the LED when you brake. It's beautiful. So you've got the Touring inscription, the chrome Honda logo, nice spoiler. And by the way, when you look on the side of the car, you could think that it's an hatchback. Touring, Civic, nice line. Reflector are nearly hidden, and you can see that it doesn't seem to have any exhaust system on this car right now. So rear view camera, the button to open the trunk, and it's not electric, so be careful. And look how deep this trunk is. Incredible. So look at that. For the fuel cap, you push, you pull. Look how big it is for only this capless system. And if I close, reminds me a little bit of the Honda Pilot with all those joints, as you can see, quite large, a little bit smaller. Could have improved that a little bit. Let me show you also the lights. I'm gonna turn them on, put the blinker on. Look at that. As you can see right now, the Acura Inspiration. Too bad they're halogen down there, and you can see the blinker. And even on the side of the mirror. So when you're a car, as you can clearly see, it's much brighter on that side. So for the Honda Civic, the exterior part, nice design, aggressive look, a look that clearly stands out from the competition. All right, let's look at the interior of our Honda Civic 2016 Sedan Touring. As soon as you open the door, you can see the improvement that they made to that Civic. Gone is the two-layer display, and you can see also the quality of the interior, and you can also see that it seems to have a lot of place, a lot of leg room, a lot of comfort when you look at it. The material that they've used reminds me of my old Acura right there. You've got also a nice use of the gray, some stainless style that they tend to do. It's still plastic, but it's a nice metallic feeling when you look at it. You've got also a nice handle, and it's more than common that you have all the control here, and also you're going to be able to open your trunk by the press of a button right there. So also look at this seat. Look at the nice leather, once again nice and soft. Right there, I love a little bit more firm it is on the side. You've got also nice stitches. Look also at the finish that they made right there with the leather. It continues all down here. Then you've got also 8 adjustments that you can do with your driver's seat. Oh, and by the way, you have less adjustment for the passenger. And one thing that I don't like is that you cannot raise the seat, so it's quite low when you compare it to the driver's seats that you can have. So once again, Honda loves to do some styling where you can see a lot of forms, and it continues all the way over the dash when you look at it. So right there, a little bit higher than this part. Once again, it's not wood, but it's nice, a nice finish. Some silver line right there. Once again, nice stitches that you can see. Plastic when you go back there, a little bit soft plastic here, quite hard over there, but nice tweeters also when you look at that. So an interior that is quite interesting. I love how they made it, and I love how everything is disposed, so you can see right there also. So let's start with the nice button that we have there. I love the color that it's gonna give, and also when I start the car, look at that. This is the most unique part of the Civic right now. As you can see, the indicator for my temperature, this is the part here right there is digital, so you're gonna see the bright line, which means the temperature that's in the car right now. It's gonna be the same thing for the fuel on the side, and in the center it's gonna be a complete digital screen, which is quite big. And if you want to adjust simply the lights while your headlights are turned on, you can adjust it, lower it, or simply give more brightness to that screen. Also, the two LEDs that you're gonna see on top of here, the two LEDs bar, if you're gonna put it into drive mode and drive with the ecosystem mode on, as soon as you're gonna be driving eco-friendly, those are gonna turn green. And if you turn into a more aggressive style of driving, it's gonna turn gray, just like it is right now. Well, seems white. So let's start on the left right there. We've got all the Honda Sense equipment right now in our touring version. So collision warning, as soon as you turn it off or on, you're gonna hear that sound. It's also gonna be the same sound when there's gonna be a risk of collision. Traction stability assist, you can simply turn that on or off. And by the way, no need to hold the button for a long time, because it's not going to change. It's only going to be that display. Probably one of my favorite parts is not the headlights or the fog lights, is this button right there. As soon as you press it, look at that, it's going to change your 7 inches display to a nice side camera. So the camera right there on the side that you can see, it's going to give you an exact view of what's in your blind spot. It doesn't replace you from turning your head like that, but still it will help you see whatever there is there, and you can activate that at whatever speed you are. So I find that option quite interesting right now of Honda. So by the way, I'm gonna start the engine. So that 1.5 turbo engine, and right now you heard my iPhone because there's Apple, there's the system output right now which is connected to it, Apple CarPlay. And let's start with the buttons that we have right there on the side. And if you want to simply change the source of the radio, you press up and down, and you're gonna see the display of the radio changing. As soon as you press enter, it's gonna get through the source that you choose. You can, by the way, volume is a problem right now in this car, because look at that, you have no knob, you have nothing to simply turn up or down like this. You have to press plus, and look at that. You don't need to be in a hurry to simply raise or lower. And if you hold right there, see, it's responding right now. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So it depends on how dirty your surface is, and it will get dirty over time. So right now we have a 450 watt sound system that's going to be able to play MP3, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You've got 10 speakers, subwoofers, and the quality is not that impressive. I was surprised that they put a quality of this sound system in their fully equipped Civic. Still, if you want to raise this sound, you can do this also and do that, and it's more and it's faster. But still, if you hold a button, right now it's responding, but as you can see, I was holding it just a few seconds ago. So if you do that like this 2-3 times and you hold it, sometimes it doesn't respond. So if you want to raise it also, you can do that slowly, and you're gonna see it raise. And if you want to mute the system, quickly go down like that, and you're gonna be able to mute your radio. But as you can see, once again, sometimes I go up. If I go too fast, it's not gonna go up. Sometimes it's gonna go into mute, but I want to lower. Come on, lower. Too bad. I'm gonna push on it. There you go. So it's not a perfect system for that. So you're gonna be able to change your source. You're gonna be able to move from right to left to change the channel of your favorites right now. The I button right there in the menu is going to be to go all in the menu of your car. So right there, if I press, it's going to be my fuel average of trip A. And if I want to change the trip, it's the good old push button to see the trip B or my full mileage right now that I have on my car. I'm going to press A again. It's going to change to the turbo settings. So turbo is going to be for the pressure that's going to be sent into my engine. So as you can see right now, I'm in idle, but you're going to see a few lines. But when you're going to be running in drive mode, you're going to see that line go way up, that's for sure, because I enjoy pushing that little turbo engine. So you've got your navigation display. You can press to have the menu and access the GPS and
recent destination, calculation. Safe places.
You can hear the menu while you're changing them. So right now, this is my maintenance menu. Right now, I have a display of oil life, which is at 20%. So it's going to give me exactly the code that I have to give to the dealer. So A1 is for an oil change. It was obvious, huh? So I have the music. I can change also, once again, the channel and go through my favorites in that menu. So it's quite different. But it's still, I'm gonna take it. So I have also my phone. Once again, I can use my phone app if I want, because it's plugged right in. And if it was unplugged, I would have access to all my my shortcut to my phone book or whatever I want. And by the way, when you press on the side, it's not to change the menu of the car. It's gonna bring you back into your favorite. You have to press on I to change the menu of the car. So miles per hour, kilometers, and also my message center of the car. All my voice commands are right there, easy access, and all my function for the cruise control is right there. So if I turn it on or off, I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna be also able to change the proximity of the car in front of me that I want to be, and you're gonna be also able to access the car to maintain you in the line with that. So easy. Windshield washer once again, and right there is my audio system. I am not a fan right now of the audio system that Honda put in their car. I'm gonna tell you why, because right now, as you can see, sometimes it responds, sometimes it's slow, and look at that. It's the old menu that I had in the previous system, you know, and look how not fluent it is. So I'm gonna press home. I'm gonna go into navigation. You're gonna see also that we're using simply an interface of a popular GPS. So it's quite easy to use. Elevation, driving. Let's say that I want to go into the menu and go somewhere. I'm gonna press Honda. There you go. I can go right there. Press go. There you go. It's done. You're gonna see some calculation time, but still arrive in the number of kilometers. And if I want to turn off the navigation, it's possible. You have also traffic information, but right now I don't see quite a lot of traffic around me. Phone settings, quite easy once again. And I can customize the menu that I want with the button of instrument panel right there, and I could add more, probably display some icons if I want to have a more complete system. When I'm at the end, it's going to do that. So I've got my app list right there, browser, calculator, download, gallery. I've got some widget also, some things that I never use in a car. I'm not a fan of that. Apple CarPlay, as I was telling you, so you can see right now the interface of my phone, my music, my plans, and Spotify that I have right now on my phone. So the sound system, see, it went down. I'm holding it. Well, okay, let's turn that down. As you can heard with the bass, I've got some plastic noise in the back. I'm not used to that. Usually I like sound system with great quality. So you have the climate control. As soon as you press on that button, you're gonna see that appear. You can turn it on. You can simply press whatever function that you want. Temperature, automatic, synchro, easy, and incredibly easy for that climate control, and it's doing a great job. Seat warmer, 3 position, and right under there, since we have the touring equipped version of the Civic, you have a QI wireless charger, but not all the phones, not even Apple is equipped with that kind of charger. So I find that incredibly surprised that they are gonna put that into car and nobody's gonna be able to use it. Probably you. Do you have a phone that's compatible with that? If so, tell me in the comments. If you want to turn it on, you have to hold the button. And by the way, do not leave that on and put your keys there. You're gonna see some heat coming out of your keys. Another thing which is pretty important, if you want to use your phone with the system in the car, you have to plug, and I leave my USB cable there, not for nothing. You have to plug it there. The one between the central console is not going to be the one for you to plug in. And you've got some storage space. As you can see my hand, it's going all the way from one way to another right there on the side, so you can hide some things right there under. Transmission, CVT. I'm not a fan of the CVT usually, but this one is doing a great job. As soon as you're gonna put it into sports mode, you have some sort of speed simulation, and low is gonna be for compression. Brake hold system, parking brake, econ mode, and the econ mode, as you're gonna see, it's gonna give you a little leaf inside, but it's gonna kill the fun that you can have right now with the car. For the key, you've got a remote start that you have already from Honda right there with your key, so it's a nice addition. The center console is quite impressive. You've got a lot of space inside this one, so you've got 7.2 liters of storage. And by the way, don't pull too hard when it's like that. So if you want to open it, you have to move it to the back, get the push button right there, and now you can open it. And look how deep it is. Incredible. You can put an iPad there. You can see the cup holders that you can simply move that. You've got another little storage right there that you can also move, and look how deep it is. And you've got another USB connector which is hidden down there that you can plug your phone. And be careful, it's not going to integrate your phone with the Apple CarPlay system that there's inside. So let's replace that. Nice place to put a lot of stuff. Once again, it's quite big, but it's plastic, so be careful. For the sun visor, the sunroof, and by the way, I love it's not a net, it's plastic. It's going to be resistant. Oh, lights, yellow lights. Why didn't put LED inside this one? So as you can see, extensive. You can expand them. There you go. So simple, but you know, useful. So let's move to the back. To the back of the car. Oh, I'm gonna raise that seat. There you go. So once again, I'm in my regular seating position, and I find it quite impressive that there's so much space in the back right now. So I'm gonna take place. You can hear the fan of the car rolling, and you're gonna see also some plastic, hard plastic in the rear, but still some soft material. So the plastic in front is not the same as in the rear of the car. So once again, nice finish. Some zipper right there for the finish, a pouch. And one thing which is quite neat is, that doesn't open, is low and high for the heated seat in the back, and it's individual. So nice seating, nice position. Look at the place that I have with my legs. Look at my head. As you can see, there's a lot of place. Nice and comfortable in the back. Right now, I feel like in a car. I'm quite surprised. Let's lower that. Armrests, cup holders. Cool. Oh, there you go. Time to get out. the trunk I've showed to you a little bit earlier, and you're gonna see that incredible space. And by the way, with the trunk, be careful of one thing. When you open it, if you don't push hard enough, it's gonna close. If you open it and pull it up, be careful, it's gonna close back. So there, you hold it and it's gonna hold in place. A lot of space. If you want to retract your rear seat, you just pull there, and you're gonna see also a full-size spare tire, which is gonna be quite useful, and a lot of acoustic material to reduce the sound inside the car. Incredible cargo space, and when you lower the seat, oh, I'm gonna have to pull back once again. And pull the seat, there you go. So it's gonna give me access to not a completely flat folded floor, but it's gonna maximize the space that I'm gonna be able to use in the car. So let's go to the hood. We're gonna open that hood and I'm gonna pull right there. And as you're gonna see, you need only to have one hand to go on the side right there. Oh, I'm quite surprised to see that kind of detail with a Honda engine right now. The noise that you can hear right now is the injection. You're gonna have access to put some more oil inside the engine. Check your oil right there on the side. You got some hard green technology turbo with that Honda engine. You've got a nice big battery, so don't worry about cold start in the winter. It's gonna start, that's for sure. But still, a little bit more finish would have been welcome inside the car when I look at that. So let's close it. I love the interior of that Honda Civic. It's quite spacious and comfortable. All right, let's talk about the road handling and the mechanical components of the Honda Civic. You've got two engine choice. The first one is a 2.0 liter, 16 valve, port injection, DOHC, IV Tech, 4-cylinder. And it's, when you look at all the base engine that you could have in the history of the Honda Civic, it's the most powerful ever one. So it's good for 158 horsepower at 6,500 RPM. So once again, nearly at the red line of that engine, typical Honda style. The torque, so you've got good torque, 138 at 4,200. Well, a little bit low when you compare it to some other competitor. So the other engine choice, which is quite interesting, is the 1.5 turbo, the one that I have right now, flooring it. There's a little lag when you try to start that car from a standstill. So the 1.5 turbo, 16 valve, direct injection for this one, the OHC turbo. It's a good thing because 1.5 liter is quite small, so it's perfect for city driving. But when you want some performance and when it's your top end engine, you want a little punch. So Honda simply put a turbo on this one. I can see a lot of tuner who in the future will try to modify this one. So it has good numbers, 174 horsepower at 5,500 RPM. The torque is interesting because when you look at the numbers, 162 at 1,800 RPM and 5,500 RPM. So you've got your peak torque at that range. What does that mean? Full power? There you go. Oh, wheel slip. Wow, it's been a long time that I've seen that. There you go. As you can see right now, it takes a little time, you know, to roll, to get the car moving. But as soon as it started moving, it's a decent acceleration for a little 1.5 turbo. I said wheel spin because Right now it's raining, and if you're on dry surface, good luck spinning the tires with this one. Even with the traction control off, even into sports mode, good luck, because you're gonna see that when it starts, it takes some time. So on papers, when you look at the 0-60 miles per hour, Honda told us that it's gonna do 6.7. That's fast. That's fast for its class. It's nearly 1 second less than the average in its class right now. Even 1 second, I'm not generous. Usually other cars will turn around 8 or something like that. Also, it's one of the fastest in the segment. They're using the turbo compression, and can't wait to touch the Type R model or the SC model. I can't wait to see that, how much more powerful it will be. So the transmission choice, well, the choice that you have, if you go for the 2.0 liter, you've got two choices. It's either the 6-speed manual or the CVT that I have right now. And if you choose the turbo engine, too bad, only the CVT. I can see you guys going around and saying, what, no manual? I don't know what they think right now, but they should at least put a manual with the turbo engine. I know every car manufacturer is focusing really on the fuel consumption, and they want the car to be the most reliable possible, but hey, it's a Honda. Please give us the fun to drive a manual with this one. It's still going to show good numbers in fuel consumption, but for the pressure of driving, you've got no paddle shift on this one. You've got no gear selection. Well, it's obvious because it's a CVT, but sometimes you will be able in some other cars to get simulated gear shift. So I don't know why they made that, but still the CVT is doing a great job. So you've got a D position. For the D position, when you're going to do some acceleration, as you will here right now, the engine will keep the same revolution, still not, you know, abusing of that strange RPM sound that usually some other cars will make with a CVT. You know, when you're flooring it, it's taking to the red line. Right now we're getting near it, but you're gonna hear a little bit of simulated gear change with that one, even more as soon as you put it in sports mode. So I'm gonna slow down right now. I'm gonna move to the right lane, but you're gonna see when I floor it, there you go. Acceleration passing 5,000, 5,005, nearly touching 6,000, and you can hear the car doing some kind of simulated shift. And right now, getting it to speed, kind of a little bit too fast to have another simulated speed right now. So I'm gonna slow down, and you're gonna feel the more sporty note probably in the gear shift, but it's still gonna remain on its peak torque or 5,500 RPM, you know, to keep the gear to keep the CVT changing. Not a bad performer, but it needs to get off the line a little bit quicker, so I might enjoy it a little bit more. When I stick it into D, you're gonna see the green LED. It's gonna indicate me that I have an eco conduct right now. If I accelerate too much, these LED are gonna change color. They're gonna become gray, white, just like the other colors that I have in the car right now. It means that I'm out of the eco-friendly zone. I have also an econ mode that I can switch on, but it's killing the reaction of the car. As you can see right now, I need to really press at the end of the accelerator pedal to get the acceleration that I want. So for the roll handling, it's more dynamic than it used to be with the older version. So it shows, it really shows. So it's kind of a comeback to what Honda was in the past. So not a car was that fast in straight line, not a car was that powerful, but a car that you could enjoy driving around the curves, around even the track sometimes. You just want to find a good road and enjoy driving on this one, and it's giving a good feeling also to the driver in that position. When you look all around the car, they subtracted 68 pounds of the weight compared to the older model, so it's nearly 1%. And you know, these cars usually they're not that powerful, so when you bring some passenger along, 1, 2, 3, they usually suffer from that weight. But right now they made a good job with that. Also, the rigidity of the car has been increased for the torsion part of it. So when you're gonna get into some turns, you're gonna see that it handles way better. When you give an input to the car, also, you're gonna feel less flex, and that's a good thing. So it's an increase of 25.8%, which is major right now with that chassis. Also, you've got a new multi-link independent rear suspension. You know, when you enter the curve with the Civic, sometimes you can feel it. It was not bad, but sometimes it was the back was playing tricks on your driving. So right now, larger stabilizer bar with bonded bushing for more refined body control, rigid aluminum rear damper brackets for improved ride quality, and you've got a more HL handling assist brake torque vectoring for cornering with precision and stability. So it means when you enter a curve, it's gonna measure, you know, the power sent to which wheel is gonna brake in some way a wheel to give you the better experience possible when you enter a curve, when you're in the apex, and when you're coming out of the curve. So it's not a limited slip differential, but you know, it's gonna resemble to what's it gonna do really. It's not full lock, that's for sure, but it's gonna help you get your curves better. So this is adding to a nice experience of driving right now with the Civic. Also, when you're in the curve while you're gonna do some moving maneuvers, you're gonna see less body roll, and it really shows. So you've got also a dual pinion electric power steering with variable gear ratio to improve the steering feel and the maneuverability right now of the car. And once again, either you're doing city maneuvers, either you're doing sports driving, you're gonna see a lot of difference right now with the car with that new direction. Also, you've got a tons of security feature with the car that are quite interesting. Oh, and by the way, when you move it into sport, it's cool, but when you move it into L position, it's gonna be able to compress you know, when going down the hill, it's going to be able to compress and slow the car down. So as I was talking about security, which is quite important, sometimes it's family you buy a compact car, and if your security is your idea of the perfect car, well, you're going to be serving that one, because there's so much technology who has been put in that car, and usually you find those technology in a way bigger car than this one. So I'm impressed on how much quantity of security element they've bring into this one, a compact one. So usually they're not that equipped, they've got a basic system, but right now you got all the base system, you know, the ABS, traction control, stability, electronic brake force distribution, vehicle stability assist with traction control. So you've got a lot of stuff with that car for base, but when you add the Honda sensing package, now you're in for a treat. You're gonna have a lot. So collision mitigation braking system, forward collision warning, which is a little bit sensitive, but you can modify it when you go into the menu, but be careful, it's a little bit sensitive when you compare it to other models, so it's gonna warn you quite a lot that there's something in front of you. Also, beside forward collision warning, you're gonna have lane departure warning, and you're gonna have also the road departure mitigation system. You've got the next generation advanced compatibility engineering of the body structure, which is going to be able to absorb a lot of energy upon impact, and you will have side curtain also. If you do a rollover with the car, you want to be protected, and you're going to have all that system with you. Adaptive cruise control with low speed follow, so it means that if you're following someone, hey, no problem, you're going to be able not even use the gas pedal. It's going to slow the car down, and it's going to do it all for you as soon as the traffic will clear away. You've got also one of the nicest features that I like for that security. Either when you put your blinker on that side, you're going to be able simply to see exactly what's on your side, and you're also going to be able to access the system by pressing the button on the left lever, the one with the lights. So if you press on that button, you're going to be able to turn on that screen,
and you will be able to see everything in your blind spot monitor. So it's going to stay on at any speed. So you're on the highway, you're going to be able to see what's on your right. You're going to be in traffic, there you go, you will be able to see what's on your right also. But it doesn't replace the possibility to look, you know, that's important. Full speed, acceleration, there you go, already at 100. So when the car is moving, it's not that bad for acceleration. Also, about the system, if they, you know, sometimes there's some difficult thing to see. Pedestrian, bikers, motorcycle, and that's a good thing with that system. You're gonna see them coming. So a lot of equipment, and you've got also rain sensing, detection wipers. Speed also are gonna adjust simply depending on the rain that you have. And right now it's raining, and I can see the wipers sometimes are moving faster than normal speed. So it's also IIHS 2016 top pick, one of the most secure car right now with all the tests that they have done, and I think that's a good thing. When it comes to the interior, I love the instrument cluster. I was not sure at first with the color, with the display, but the more I use it, the more I get used to it. Commands are pretty easy. They should have done a little bit of, as you can see, full speed. It's raining. I can get even a wheel slip out of that car. Already past 100 kilometers per hour. The controls on the steering wheels are not my favorite. They feel kind of plastic and a little bit cheap. To simply turn the volume up or down, I can use my thumb, but the system is sometimes non-reactive, and that's even worse when you use the screen on your right with the volume plus and down. Sometimes you press plus and it's gonna go down, sometimes it will react, sometimes it will not react, and that's nearly the same in every menu. So I'm not a fan of this system right now. They should make some improvement to it. Another interesting fact is the comfort is everything that you need to store in the car. You've got tons of space. And the big question now is, do you go with a Honda Accord or do you go with the full, more equipped Civic? Well, interesting question. So if the space is nearly the same for you, for your passenger, for the trunk, it's getting quite close. So if you need a more powerful engine, yes, I think you should go with the Honda Accord, that's for sure. If you want the 4-cylinder, which is not that bad of a performer, but a 6-cylinder in a manual transmission, that's going to be the car for you. You've got also the coupe and the sedan also, just like the Civic right now. But if you want a car who's really well equipped with a good price at nearly the same capacity of the Accord, man, think about the Civic. You're going to pay less for this model, and you're going to feel quite impressed as soon as you sit in it. And I think the car is on its way for a great sale when you look at that, when you look at all the elements that they've put in beside the multimedia system. And it's no wonder that a lot of journalists discern a lot of price to this car. So a good price, which is the North American Car of the Year. I think it's well deserved. Well, for me, a little bit of modification to the multimedia system, because I find that it's quite important today to have a good connection with your car, with the interface. And right now, that's the only place that the Civic is going to lose points for me, and maybe for not having a manual transmission with the 1.5 turbo. So let's talk about fuel consumption. Fuel consumption is also important in the compact segment. Usually the 2.0 liter will do 8.8 in town, 5.9 on the highway, and that's for the manual transmission. You want to improve your fuel economy, go for the CVT. It's not that fun to drive, but it's gonna be 7.8 on city mode and 5.8 on the highway. So as you can see, there's not enough difference on the highway, but still in town it's gonna be at least 1 liter per 100. If you go with the turbo CVT only engine, 7.6 in town, 5.5 on the highway, and that's with regular gas. So it's not that bad. And as you can see, it reacts as soon as I press on it. Even if I'm you know, just cruising around, I want to floor it, it's going to react. The CVT is not that bad when you check that out. And that car, you can feel also when you're releasing the gas pedal, a little bit of nose dive, a little bit of nose movement, you know, with all that torque coming out of that engine. All around that, it's going to be able to achieve a strong fuel economy when you compare it over the market. And once again, you have to use regular gas, and I think that's a cool thing, even with a turbo engine. So for the Civic, it reminds me of the good old years, you know, not that powerful on straight line, but you will have fun in the curves, or simply with all the security system feature on the highway, or when you're gonna go on the track for a little bit of track day, you're gonna have fun to get to drive this car on the curves and in the turns.
All right, let's talk about price for the Honda Civic 2016. According to on the website, if you go with the base version, you're gonna have a DX manual at $15,990. 2.0 manual, 16 inches wheel with steel, radio, 160 watt, Bluetooth and USB. Not too bad. If you go with the LX, you will have the possibility to have the manual and the CVT. $18,890 for the manual, $20,190 for the CVT. So the price is going up a little bit quickly. But with that, Apple CarPlay, automated climatization, multi-angle rear view camera, cruise control, and the radio with the 7-inch screen.
If you want the Honda Sense package, you know, with all the security feature, you can add that, but it's going to come with the CVT at $21,190. If you go with the EX version, $22,590 with the push start and stop engine button. You will have automated dual zone climatization, and you will have all your security system also. You will have the Honda Sensing at $23,590. So once again, the price is getting a little bit up. With the EXT, the T meaning for turbo version, $24,990 with leather steering wheels, 17 inches wheel, fog lights, and also a spoiler in the rear. If you want to go for the touring version, now it's going up to $26,990, and this is the version that we have right now. You're gonna have the QI charger, 450 watts of sound. Be careful on this one. I'm not impressed with the power and with the sound quality that we have. You will have 8-position adjustable driver's seat, and the rear seat will be heated. So as you can see, the price range can vary a lot depending on the option that you will choose.
The Honda Civic has a lot of competitor in that segment, in the compact car segment. I can think about the Mazda 3, you've got the sedan, the compact, you've got a nice vroom vroom zoom zoom attitude with the Mazda, but the major point is the unlimited mileage warranty that comes with the car. But it's not as spacious as the Honda Civic right now. You've got also the Toyota Corolla, probably the biggest competition right there, but it's not as fun to drive as the Honda Civic, but the reliability is over the roof right now with Toyota. But still, vanilla, less challenging to drive. If you like driving, go for the Civic. And if you like serenity, peace, enjoying music, going slow on the highway, think about the Corolla. You've got also the Ford Focus, same thing once again, sedan, hatchback version, and you can have a lot of technology in that Focus, and if you add some pretty interesting option, they're gonna be fast focus on the road, that's for sure, with the ST and soon the RS, but we're talking about another price range right here. You've got also the Chevrolet Cruze, who has been completely redesigned. So the Chevrolet needs to make some proof, you know, needs to make some step in to clearly be able to compete right now with the big. They need to be reliable, they need to have a good reputation. The design, the hatchback design is nice, that's for sure. So they made a lot of improvement to that Cruze, but they still need to work a little bit to get up to the pace because these cars are selling quite fast right now. I can think about Hyundai, I can think about Kia. What car do you think that compete right now with the Honda Civic? There's a lot of them, so write them down here. Let's start with the minus points and the plus points of the car. And we have to be picky, you know, to find some big disappointment in that car because there is none. Still, the seat, the passenger seat, you cannot raise it from the ground. When you sit there, you're feeling low. You're looking for adjustment, you won't find any. Still, it's a fully equipped car. Even the manual handle would have been fine, but there's nothing to raise that seat. I'm kind of deceived right now. The quality of the sound system, 450 watts, and that's the quality that I have with the subwoofer and I love the speaker. Okay, at least plug in your phone, your mobile with your USB cable, you will get a better quality, but there's a lot of sound system who can sound better out there. Also the control of the system, the volume, the problem I've told you about a little bit earlier. I cannot understand why they did that. Put a knob, put a button, simply turn up, turn down. There you go, problem solved. It's going to be more useful than simply having some tactile things that are not working too well. And when it gets dirty, it's getting worse. So clean that a little bit often. For the plus side, When you look at the car, it's bigger, it's more spacious, it's comfortable in the front, it's spacious in the front for your legs, for your head, it's spacious in the back. Even in my regular front seat driving position in the back, I have a lot of space, incredible space, even in the trunk. You've got a unique styling. When you look at that car, Honda did a great redesign in the front, in the rear, on the side. You can clearly know that they're serious when they design that car, so it will please a lot of buyers. There's a ton of equipment that you can have with that compact car with the option. Back in the old days, these options would have cost a lot of money. Think about the camera, the collision sensor, think about all the electronics inside. So right now you have all that equipment in a compact car. That's incredible for me. So you've got also a good economy and performance with that 1.5 engine. I know it's only a CVT. I know there's no manual, but let's hope that they're gonna solve that problem in the more performant version of the Civic. And I love also how the aspect of security has not been neglected. This car is highly secure. Right now it's a top pick for the IIHS testing that they've done. If it's important for you, it's a top pick for that. So about Matt's grade, it's gonna be an A+. I cannot give anything else for the Canadian Car of the Year, for the North American Car of the Year. So the Honda Civic, there you go, nice grade, that's for sure. In conclusion, it's impossible not to consider that car if you're in the compact car. If you're looking for a compact car right now, if you're looking to buy that, you must go and try that Civic. No wonder it's a top pick. It reminds me of the good old time, but with a lot more technology. Back then, there were no ABS, no traction control, no stability system. We enjoy driving it. But today, hey, sorry guys, it's like that. So right now, do you prefer the Sedan version? Do you prefer the coupe version? Are you gonna wait for the SI, SIR, or even the Type R version? Tell me about it right under there in the comments. If you like that video, do a thumbs up. And if you like the channel, well, subscribe, because we're gonna do more video for you. So see you later on another video of Car Question.